The immortal Bobby Jones famously said that golf is a game that is played on a 5-inch course, the distance between your ears. Mastering that game, eliminating the doubt and the dark thoughts under the kind of extreme pressure players will face in a setting like this, that is a constant challenge. Not Jason Day, not Jordan Spieth, not Rory McIlroy. No, there's no one in golf more feared than that devious little person in your head trying to sabotage what you were doing.
I've won many fights with him, I think, over the years.
Everybody's got their demons out here, and you've got stuff that comes to your mind at the weirdest times on the golf course.
Got to be positive by saying, I'm not going to hit it in the trees today at the first. What do you see? You see it going in the trees at the first. You've got to learn to change the picture.
You would like the swing to be something that happens in response to the picture you have in your head.
Bob Rotella is a noted sports psychologist and author of How Champions Think.
If you can imagine an artist drawing a caricature of you, they're drawing with their hand. They're not telling their hand what to do or thinking about it. A great piano player is hearing the song in his or her head, and their hands are responding to what they're hearing in their head.
It's all very simple, but unfortunately then there's a lot of scar tissue and failures. Once that starts creeping in, that when you look at a shot, then you don't like it, how do I do it? Once you start getting a little scrambled, it's a very difficult game.
And at this level, it is a game played on a high wire.
The world of advertising and marketing is trying to make every shot in every tournament into the single most important shot or tournament in existence.
Everyone has a favorite. Only one man will win. This is where you strike it big or go home.
The athlete is trying to tear it down and make it just another golf shot or another day on the golf course.
Zach Johnson's regarded as one of the strongest psychologically in golf. His mental coach, Bo Pickens, preaches taking emotion out of the equation.
So this putt is 10 feet downhill left to right. It's not 10 feet for birdie to go 2 under. So the more a guy can keep it analytical and computer-like, the better he's going to keep his emotions out of it.
There's really 4 outcomes. You get some good ones that turn out good, you get some good ones that turn out bad, you get some bad ones that turn out good, you get some bad ones that turns out bad. You gotta just accept it, and that's golf.
There are those rare times, however, when it all turns out perfectly when the performer enters the zone.
He is in the zone, and he's unreachable.
You get in that zone, as we call it now, and you fly.
It's really an extreme level of unconsciousness when you step into the zone. There's a total absence of fear. There's an absence of uncertainty. It's like your moment. Most people think the goal is to get in the zone all the time I'm on the golf course. My response to that is, if Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, and Michael Jordan were in the zone 1/10 of the time they play, it was probably a lot. It's really a lot more about how well can you play when you're not in the zone.
When you're not hitting the ball very well, if you can mentally be strong and not allow those to affect you, you can salvage rounds and allow yourself to still be in contention.
A big part of this whole mental game is how are you going to respond to the crazy stuff that happens to you on the most so-called important day of your life, where you've got a chance to win a major tournament.
Expect anything different?
Unbelievable. I knew he'd make it.
How players prepare for that moment is an area being given considerable attention these days. In his work with Major League Baseball's New York Yankees and Texas Rangers, Fran Pirazzolo, an expert in neuroscience and clinical psychology, who has also helped to train golfers, astronauts, and elite military personnel, would take the pitching gun up to 105 miles per hour in pre-game batting practice.
It's what we call a stress inoculation procedure. It prepares people for playing against high-powered relievers. Asking a lot of yourself does some very good things neurologically.
On the golf course, Pirozzolo believes in what is called mastery learning. Get it within 15 feet 4 out of 5 times from 150 yards. Then get it within 8 feet, and then 5 feet. And the same applies to practice putting.
Find out what you can currently do about 80% of the time, because that's about the measure of when we start feeling like, yeah, I can do this.
A lot of what I'm trying to do with my guys is help them practice under pressure so that Tuesday, Wednesday become more like Thursday and Thursday becomes more like a Tuesday.
In addition to traditional range work, players these days are using a variety of tools to prepare mentally.
There's the whole area of visualization, of a mental rehearsal, of planning out your round. Something called reverse chaining, where we start from the finish of the swing and move back through to the start.
Nick Faldo, among the best pressure players ever, learned early in his career to slow everything down in a stressful situation. For him, the light bulb actually went on watching biathletes in the Winter Olympics.
How can these guys cross-country ski have a heart rate that must be, whatever, 180, and then stand and then shoot? You just got to come in, take your gun. And obviously I started working just on breathing techniques and going down to the range and how can I swing and hit goal shots slower, slow myself down, slow the swing, slow my body, my breathing, all sorts of things.
Out here, they're after the biggest prizes. And when it is time to show up, you need to go with what you got.
Bring your talent and your personality to every event you play in. So you better really love your stuff. You better like you the way you are. You better not spend your whole life lusting to be somebody else. The only way you're going to find out what's possible and what your potential is if you go after it.